got the 2018 San Francisco Safari presented by Anderson Valley Brewing Company, and I am joined by tournament director and awesome human being, Sean Jack. How's it going, Sean?
It is wonderful. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thanks for coming on, man. That was our league card going into the final round. We got a pretty tight race going down. Tell us about hole one.
Hole one is usually like a must-get birdie, but in this position, even though it lists 294, it's more like 320, 330. So either it's a pretty easy sidearm if you have the power, or a right-hand backhand, likely with a fairway driver or even a mid-range.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good pump. It's uphill the whole way, and especially at the end.
Yeah. It's every other pin on this hole you think birdie, but this one, well, you can just do that too, though.
Yep, it turns out Elmore is thinking birdie with that beautiful drive. This is his last tournament with DGA before he switched to MVP. Here is Jeff Faes ripping out a forehand. Little low, Sean?
Yeah, he just sawed it off. You gotta let the sidearm fly a little bit.
And that's what Anthony O'Malley's doing. Although it ends up in the same spot.
Yeah, he didn't punch it quite enough. Let's see if Corey can get it flat at first. Yep.
Okay, flipped it up nicely, and that's tracking beautifully. That's good.
He's good. It's like 12.
He sure is. We got Tomaselli. This dude absolutely rips. Yeah. Hanging out with Corey in the bush. Faes giving it a look for the 2. Looks like that'll probably 3. Anthony from a similar spot. Similar results. Saez with a nice drive, looking for the 2.
Very nice.
Saez so consistent on the green. As is that guy.
Yeah, especially this year, right? He's like, he was good last year, but it seems he's had like a coming out party this year.
He is. He's shot some amazing rounds. Like, I filmed him in December. He shot almost 1080, and then at Memorial, what was he doing out there?
He's shooting significantly above his rating, and his rating's not that low. Like, I think he's got to be, 10 teens now?
I think 11? He is, yeah, like 10, 15, something like that.
He would have been a fantastic pick this year for fantasy disc golf. You want to pick, like, the best guys, and then Saez.
Yeah, super value, right? Yep. There's Corey, not to be overlooked. A really nice birdie. Him and Thomas hitting the putts, along with Saez. And we're on to hole 2. You got to get this one, Sean.
Yeah, shortest one on the course. We make it a little spicier with OB right and beyond here, but you're talking about 200 feet. There's only one tree in the way. Even if you hit that, you can still finish out.
That's the plan. Hopefully they can keep it in and keep it close. Saez has the box. Usually throws backhand, but busting out the forehand.
And that's why.
That was good. Corey, I'm sure that's a justice.
Man, he throws that thing so well. He throws it like anywhere from like 2 to maybe sometimes like upper 200s. Because he can throw it so hard on Anheuser, and that disc does not really flip.
Yeah, it's crazy. He does some cool things with that one. Isn't that the disc he aced the same hole twice in the same day with?
Okay, so I got to call Corey out here.
Okay.
Corey, I love you very much, but that was kind of an asterisk.
Oh, what?
Because one of them was like a second shot.
What? The truth comes out.
Yeah, it wasn't like 2 first shot. I'm sorry, ace means first shot.
It does, 100%, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Murrell. Nice drive by AO. Tomaselli left it the longest out here. Gave it a good bit, but that'll par. Anthony looking for a birdie. That's a birdie on his first shot. See what I did there? No? His first try at it.
Yeah, you kind of got to get this one. Knowing what the layout they have in front of these guys, that's really long, kind of gnarly, Safari-esque. What's going on here?
CTP. Right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I should know. I put it there.
You handed out the prizes and put that there. It's been a minute, man. We'll forgive you for forgetting. Everybody calling birdies there except for Thomas. Let's check out our lead. Looks like to be 4 for Saez over Faes. Tightly packed otherwise. And we are on to hole 3. And this is a really difficult pin, Sean.
Yeah, this is a D pin. This actually is kind of a permanent pin position. It's 415 feet, heavily guarded with really skinny trees at the end. If it was just like MPO field, I think I'd call this a par 3. But for the everyone playing the tournament, I think it's a true 4.
Yeah.
But you're going to see, in all likelihood, some looks at 2 here. I mean, 415 is not that far for these guys.
No, but like you said, it is very heavily wooded at the end. So it takes a little bit of luck to get close. Sias, that's a great shot.
It's a great shot that got a little unlucky. If he misses that tree left or right side, he's maybe circle 1.
I think you're right. Wow. Corey busting out the forehand roller.
I love this shot here because it makes the disc skinnier, and in all likelihood, it's going to finish left unless you cut roll OB, and that's a great shot right there.
Sure was. Corey's forehand roller game's so strong, man. He put those out of ways, especially at Glen Eagles when you guys play out there.
Yeah, I've seen him throw it 500 feet.
That is just disgusting. Faes with a nice pipe up right here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Again, pretty easy par 3 for these guys.
Yeah, it really is. As long as they're staying in bounds, they should definitely birdie. Anthony, it looks to be leaking left.
Yeah, he's going to be all over foot for his tee pad.
Solid scatter there from the gang. If anybody can reach this
the shot here is so... Yeah, you got to lay it down the OB like 89% of the way.
True.
Like that.
Yeah, this is OB the entire time, and looks like it's going to fade in bounds, though.
He's got... Wow.
Yeah.
He's got... I didn't realize he could throw that far.
Yeah, he's got some crazy power.
Or have that power.
Mm-hmm. Anthony O'Malley finds a gap.
That's ridiculous.
It's the basket. So good.
I mean...
He is amped and rightfully so.
Driver skip. And, like, honestly, it skipped high and soft. Like, if he missed it, it still would have been parked.
It was, yeah. It was right there. I think he threw a PD2. That was one of my favorite shots all year.
First shot, I think. 12-speed driver.
I think so, yeah. When you're 80 out. Wow, that was a great bid from Faes.
Yeah, I think he caught some cage there.
Sias. This doesn't look easy, Sean.
Looked like he was actually laying up there.
Yeah. That was a pretty smart play. Thomas, this is for eagle as well. We get 2 eagles.
Wow. Again, maybe a par 3 for MPO.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, for all other divisions, getting a 3 here is actually really good.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. All right, guys, back to the action. Huge thanks to Anderson Valley Brewing Company to sponsor the tournament. Some great scores on that one, Sean.
Yeah, I think they were like 14 down as a card on that one hole.
Quick math, I think it checks out.
Hole
4, par 3. What's your play on this one, Sean?
So on this hole, it's actually not in that pin. It's to the left.
Yes.
This is the A pin, which is oddly probably the hardest pin, just because of behind the basket. There's like this black hole vortex that sucks your disc down. I hit the same gap for all 3 pins. I mean, ideally, right?
Yeah,
with
sure.
a different disc. So it's like a stable one, a straight one, and then understable one.
Okay. Anthony hit a beautiful gap and absolutely parked it. Tom is hoping for the same result.
He got kind of lucky. He went down the middle by accident, I think. Sias, I think, is going to throw an overstable mid-range / putter.
I think that's his breaker. It's a very
Yeah.
beat up breaker.
That is money right there. That's
Ooh.
perfect.
That is, yeah, that's the line you're trying to hit. And Corey throws this little touchy turnover with a mid range. I think it's a PMAC Truth.
That's a great way to attack the hole because you're probably more apt to make the first gap.
And then have it filter down.
Yeah. There's more stuff on the way down, but you can easily bogey hole 4 at Golden Gate. Like,
Oh, yeah.
no matter who, like, Paul Macbeth could bogey. He hits early and goes left. It's really difficult to get up and down.
Yeah, look where Thomas was. That was no cake job. And he still has some work left to do for the par save. Faes leaked left, but still found a window to hit the 2. That was nice.
And you can see, that's nice putt by Corey. You can see that downhill putt, even though it looks easy, it can get you in trouble.
Oh, that definitely. A lot of shrubbery to make that comebacker tough. Thomas hits a nice par save.
Yep.
Anthony pretty much drop in here for his 2. Sias with the same. I think we're looking at 4 birdies, Sean.
And Anthony is, 3 down through the last 2 holes?
You're right. That's good in my book.
Yeah, that only happens to me when I ace.
Yes.
Ever. I never birdie after I ace either, right?
No, yeah, my best ever, I think it was 4 through 3 at Morley one time, but that didn't last long.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, guys, what are we looking at here? Oh, man, hole 5. So this one, you guys moved the basket down and left off the ridge, and it is such a tough get, Sean.
Yeah, you. I don't know if you've ever seen this one. This is
I
like
hadn't.
an old school pin position. I decided to bring back in like spirit of the safari, and because the next hole is a par 5 on holes 7, 8, and 9's fairway, and I love this pin. It's a really pretty shot. It should actually score easier because essentially there's no OB, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like everyone's throwing the OB's way to the right of Jeff here, like 30 feet. So you just can't go out of bounds. You know what I mean? It's impossible.
But it's still a tough 2, though. Like getting all the way down
Yeah.
there.
It takes a really nice flex forehand or a dead straight backhand.
But like you said, you're probably not seeing as many bogeys. Oh, no.
Maybe I spoke to him.
That was a worst case scenario possible. Yeah. Cut roll OB, and Thomas is now throwing 3 from not a much improved lie.
Not at all. I mean, but if you throw sidearms, you know it's really easy to make the mistake of rolling it over when you're throwing it downhill and not getting it above the horizon, right?
Yeah.
It's just so simple.
Yeah, it looked like they had to throw up a little bit, right?
Well, you want to throw down, but it's not necessarily up, but there's a little bit of a hill. You have to throw downhill, but on the horizon.
Yeah, well put. Corey with a great upshot right there. Looks like his justice. That'll save a par.
Like what these guys are doing in this hole is very common. You don't get all the way down. You hit one of the guardian trees, and then you have to make a nice little upshot to save your par.
Yep. They're all doing that pretty well so far. Sias with the best drive, we'll call it. Give himself a clean look. Just lays up for a nice 3. Thomas going to try and save a 4, but not super close. It's not a bad bid. Jeff saving his par. Anthony looking for the same. Little sneaky there.
In is in.
It is, isn't it? That's the nice thing. Oh, man. Have you watched our Daniel Bowe coverage yet?
I have not had the pleasure to do so yet.
Oh, man. Not super hard spoilers, but there's some epic spit outs, man. Oh.
What kind of baskets are there?
I think they're Mach 3s. I'm pretty sure. Mach 3s or 5s.
So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that'll happen on those. They come in a
Yeah.
little hot. Yeah. All right. Here's
Listen,
your par 5, Sean. What's the
everywhere.
plan?
I see spit outs on every single type of basket.
Yeah, you're not wrong. There's they happen more or less frequently, though, depending on.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So this par 5, Sean, tell us.
This hole is kind of insane. Going back to like paying homage to the safari, being like disc golf in the woods. I decided to add these 2 holes together, or 3 holes almost, 7, 8, and 9, and make it a par 5. But an eagleable par 5. So this is like something that we would do at Golden Gate, like when the sun's almost down, there's no one on the course, and we're playing like skins, and it's like, let's play from hole 7 to hole 9.
It looks fun, man.
It's really fun.
It looks like Corey's got a D2. Just a little low.
Yeah, I think he rolled it over, and that might have cut rolled. This to me is the play.
Yeah, right here, because you need to get left, which the backhand's going to do for you. And that's really good, John, right?
He got a lot. If you don't play this course, you don't realize that's really, really far.
Very. Thomas has the power to keep up with Faes, though. We'll see if he can do it. Even more aggressively left. Shorter, but the line is also nice.
Yeah, it's tough because like once you get on 8's fairway, you kind of have like two nostrils to attack, but on either side of that eucalyptus tree.
Yeah.
So almost being like just short of it gives you both options.
See what Corey's got to deal with here. Did he go under it?
He did. He went under that new fence. Shout out to Anderson Valley again.
Yeah.
And he put himself in a position to get up and down for a birdie 4.
Nice shot, Corey. That was cool. We're looking at Sias's second. Didn't get quite far enough left to get a great line at it.
Yeah, he's throwing it blind. I'm not sure if that just factored out to a putt.
I think you leaked right. Yeah, you leaked right. He's pretty much pin high, though. Thomas's second. That's short, right, John?
Yeah, that got caught up. This looks pretty clean. And who clean?
Oh, my gosh. That Faes overhand is so beast.
Yeah, he's like one of the rare people. He's got probably 500 backhand, 450 forehand, and maybe 400 overhand.
Yeah. That's a nice tool set to have on the course.
Yeah. Just the unknown 10-20 rated golfer. Like he is. If he went on tour for a year, I'd put him around there at the end.
Mm-hmm. A nice upshot right there.
Yeah, perfect.
And so Sias finished pin high to right. This is him pitching out with his third. Hopefully convert a 4. That'll putt. And we got Anthony.
Off the top. Yeah.
Oh, just misses.
Wait, did that like hit you in the foot and
no,
and roll away?
It didn't hit anybody. Don't put that evil on us. Anthony coming back. No. Oh my gosh, he got so many shades right there.
That would have been the best par save ever.
Wouldn't it? Oh my goodness. Instead, he'll be dropping in a 6 while Faes cards an eagle, right?
Yeah, and losing 3 strokes to Jeff.
Dang.
I mean, Jeff took 2 shots to go from hole 7 and past hole 9.
You're
just for
right.
perspective.
Gosh.
For all you locals out there watching this.
That was 2 crushes on some great lines, too.
Yeah. I like that he went like backhand, hyzer flip, high, and then thumber.
Yeah.
That tells me it's a very well-designed hole.
If you got to do that to get the eagle, I agree with you, sir. Yes. Everybody else scoring pretty well, except for Anthony with the fortunate 6 there. Can't blame him for that with that nasty roll away and a couple spit outs. We're on to hole 7. And you moved this one back, Sean?
Yeah, further back than previous years. It was kind of playing like a tweener. Even though it's only listed at 475, it plays over 500 feet with a slight uphill. Plus, the ceiling's really low off the tee, and there's trouble on left and right. It's one of those holes that, like, it looks like it's pretty simple, right?
It does, yeah. It's just right there. You can see it.
But then
yes.
That happens.
Yeah, where you tee off is so wide, but then it pinches very quickly.
Yep.
And Jeff caught the left-hand side. Sias catches the ceiling. Stays in the middle at least, though. And I love this play. Look at that thing go.
Yeah. Like, that was a great shot, and he's still outside of circle 2. So I think it's a true 4 where it is.
Oh, yeah, I give you that. It would take some...
It would take, like, elite pro, hyzer flip, low power, and the thing, it can't skip too much either, so it's almost like a Thunderbird at 500 feet.
Sure. Tomaselli, look like a nuke. That's crushed.
Yeah. Like, if he didn't maybe hit that first Guardian branch, he might have got there.
Mm-hmm. But I still don't think he's within the
No.
putting range. Anthony?
The unorthodox skip off the concrete early.
Off the tree in middle of the fairway. That could have
Or
gone
just play it to the regular tee pad, right? Because you're familiar with that, so just go to there.
exactly. That could have gone so much worse.
I would give it at least a stroke save.
That is for sure. Anthony leaking a little bit right there. Stays up, though, thankfully. Should be able to get up and down for a 4. Faes is second. Still hunting a birdie. Yeah. Not bad, but not great.
I would say that's about the same for this shot.
I agree. Corey, after that beast forehand roller. Great
That was
up.
a good run.
It was.
Yep.
A little half-go status. I'm sure Thomas is probably thinking the same.
Yeah. Well, on those shots, like, I think the technique is you actually go for it, right? Like, wholly, knowing that it's uphill, and if you make a mistake, it's probably still worked.
Yeah, exactly. Solid golf theory. I dig it. Anthony just lays up. Faes looking for a 3.
Oh, nice save.
Yeah, pretty good birdie after that drive.
He liked it, yeah.
Faes also chasing the 3.
Such a deliberate, like, warm-up.
Yeah.
He's, like, punching the basket. Punching the basket.
Oh, that was a 4 from Faes, though, wasn't it? I think so. I think he parred. But that is a birdie for Thomas and a birdie for Corey. Got to be the hair. Yeah, but that was a 4 for Jeff, unfortunately. Faes with a 3 stretches his lead to 4. Corey looks like he's just one stroke out of second place right now.
Yeah, putting a good round together.
Sure is. Hope he can keep it going on hole 8, which was one of my absolute favorites to throw out here at Golden Gate.
I just caught the people dragging the trees off in the bottom of the corner.
Nice.
Yeah, this is like this is our signature hole, normally 11. Typically in this stump right here, but it's actually in the C pin, which is a really fun shot.
Yeah, you can see it just right of that bush past the pyramid. The green band out there. Faes? That's kind of where
That's like the
backhands go. Yeah.
Yeah, just end up there. It's hard to park it backhand. The forehand flex shot finishing to the right, I think, is the shot.
Looks like Corey's throwing the justice.
Yeah, he just didn't get the right angle on it.
Yep.
Because this shot is not, for me, it's not about power. It's about spin and the right anhyzer angle with the right hand forehand.
What are you throwing on this one?
So I either throw PD2s or pigs forehand and nothing else.
What?
So, yeah. It's my most overstable PD2 with a lot of neg and not even that hard. You know what I mean? It's just like letting the disc do its work. That's why I love the hole.
Take it, man. I love that flip up that Faes just threw. Did you see that?
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to throw it right hand backhand. Because you don't want it to finish left. You want it to finish straight.
Yeah, so you kind of throw it on a hyzer, let it get left, and then slowly start to straighten out, which he did beautifully. Anthony threw a forehand that was really nice, just a little bit low. Corey has a long look for the birdie. Gives it an honest bid, but that'll par most likely. Tomaselli looking for a 2.
Very nice.
Yeah. Well done, sir. Faes looking for the same. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Is a Faes squatch in his natural habitat. If you haven't checked out his custom stamp, it is awesome. Huge fan of that one. He just hooked one up. I think it was done by Mike Incho. That guy does great work. He did our Central Coast stamp for MVP as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faes' stamp is very apropos.
It is, man.
It's very on brand.
Looks like Corey losing a stroke to the card. There's everyone else's cards too. So it's a good score on that hole.
That's that easy.
No, it really isn't. This one is just an absolute rip uphill, and then the basket is even farther than you're going to see in the drone.
Yeah, probably the only hole at Golden Gate that you can just rip right hand backhand and not really worry too much. This is a par 4. It's never been tooed as far as I know. It's way back past where you see the basket, about another 60 feet, up in that little nook.
Yeah, just kind of underneath that hanging log.
Yeah, it's like I've seen Ricky, Drew Gibson. I've seen people play this hole, and no one gets like you can't really get into circle 1. Even if
No.
you got in like circle 2, the ceiling's really low. It's almost really hard to putt at it.
Yeah. They feel like it would take like a world record forehand to get up there.
Yeah, I agree. And even then, like
Not
the
gonna
ceiling's
happen.
low, and the basket's high. Yeah.
So Thomas stays up on the hill, which is not the cleanest look.
Not
Faes, this is going to get down.
Ideal. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So he just almost like hit the pin for B, and that's pretty easy.
I like this play from Anthony, but he just doesn't turn it over enough.
Yeah, that's the mistake. I mean, it's a right-hand forehand if you get it right. That's the way the fairway's shaped. But if you don't let it flex, if you let it hyzer out, it's a tough spot.
It is punishing. I believe it's a DT. That's up there.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So Anthony's second, trying to get to the basket. That was pretty good, honestly.
Yep. It's I rarely see people get up and down from up on the hill there.
Yeah.
It's really crowded. There's no direct line to the basket once you get on the green. You kind of just crash it backdoor and hope to have a putt, kind of like that. But he hit early.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have a look, but it's not the easiest, as you can see.
That's where you want it, right?
Yeah. Corey lined it up beautifully and throws a nice justice up shot. That should birdie. Faes has his breaker for his second shot. Not the best, not the worst again. And Faes getting pretty close. Tomaselli looking for the birdie. Leaves it short. That'll 4. And there's this window over here, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Which Anthony finds but can't convert. Faes, however. That was good. Jeff Faes, no worries there. Cleaning up a bird. Corey. He's got that all day. Man, Corey's putting together a round right now.
Around a tournament.
that too.
I mean, we forgot to talk about that. Like, Corey Murrell, oh my God. Like, he won this tournament AM1 last year, and he's on the lead card of Open a year later.
Man, being on the road, awesome. Watching those pros, playing with those pros, it's done some things for that kid's game, man. He is crushing.
Absolutely.
It's been fun to watch. All right, there were your scores after 9. Part 1 was fun. We'll catch you for the final 9 holes in part 2.